Hello YouTube, De-bodgery here. Welcome to EV Components Review. So first of all, I want to thank Darwin EV in Washington for the controllers that they've just sent me. They just sent me three Surron controllers, and two of them are from 2020, and the third one is from 2022. So these are fairly new controllers, and I assume they were all working, not that I really cared. And I also have the one that I did the teardown video on, which is a 2018. So that's this one right here. Anyway, I'm not going to bother showing you the shell for the 2018 one. I think I tossed it. But yeah, like this one here, you can see right here in the serial number it says 2022-0606. So that means June 6, 2022 is when that sticker got stuck on that controller shell. And here is, and both of these came from Darwin EV. And this one here says 2020-0921. So September 21, 2020 is when that sticker got put on. Yeah, this one was a bit of a bear getting off of the controller. So it got a little bit more heat applied to it than this one did. Yeah, I had to get that stone hard potting off. So here's some of that stuff. I mean, it's a rock. I mean, it will break. But yeah, when it's stuck down to everything, it's very, very, very stiff. You have to heat it up in order to get it to get soft enough for you to peel it up. Okay, so let me set these aside. So I'll talk about these again in a second. Alright, so here is the 2018 logic board, and you have seen a full teardown of this. There is not a whole lot here to see that you haven't already seen before. I'm just really showing it to you. And right here it says FOC version 1.9. And it says a date code on here of 2020-11/24, but on the shell it says 2018, hence the number on there. Okay, so here is the 2020 board, and you just saw the shell for that one, and it says whatever it says on there, it says 2020-09/21. So at least this one is close, right? But again, it says version 1.9. But now the year stamp on here is 2019-0715. So yeah, it's definitely older, newer than that one is. I don't know how they got this silk screening wrong, but I guess it doesn't matter. The important detail here is there is no fundamental difference here that I can find. You know, all the components are the same, parts placements are all the same. The only thing that's different in any way is this capacitor survived and it got pulled up over here, and a couple other little fiddly parts that got pulled up in depotting. But yeah, otherwise they are the same. Alright, so here is the 2022 board, and yeah, I'm going to sound like I'm echoing myself because I am. Again, that and this are the same. There is a version number. They say FOC version 1.9.2. And then this one's got a date stamp on a 2021-0303. So it is newer than the other two, and this did come out of the 2022 shell. But otherwise, they are components-wise the same. There is a difference, though. So you can see these plastic connectors on here. And I don't know why they did this, but they pulled the plastic pieces off, and then they soldered all the pins in place. That's it. That's the only thing I can find that's different between them. Otherwise, same CPU, same parts, same everything here on the 2018 and 2020 versions. Yeah, that's it. Connector change. That's it. Okay, so let me set these aside, and let's look at the power stages. So here is the 2018 power stage. And again, you've seen this on a macro video. Nothing has changed here in any way. Yeah, the first thing I want to show you is right here. It says FOC version 1.5 2018-0528. And here is the 2020 board. Still the same problems. Things still pull up. Yeah, things desolder. Same problems as ever before. And it says the same thing, FOC version 1.5, 2018-0528. Literally the exact same version board in every way possible. Same MOSFETs, same parts, everything. And then there is the 2022 board. And shocker, it says FOC version 1.5, 2018 05 28. 3 boards, 4 years apart, exactly identical in every way. So when you get a new Surron, you're getting a 2018 controller. There's literally nothing of note that's different that matters here. There is a difference, but it's not a huge one. Let's go back over to these. So here is the 2020 shell, and it says version 1.9 on here, just like it says on the logic board, and the software says version 1.0.49. So that's the firmware version. And here's the 2022 version, and it does say version 1.9.2, just like it says on the logic board, and the firmware says 2.3.68. So when you buy a new Surron, you're getting literally the exact same controller that they've been making since 2018 at least, and all they're doing really is updating the firmware. So as little bugs come out or some throttle tweak or something like that happens, that's why there's a new version number. So yeah, you're not getting anything new with a new Surron, not as far as the controller is concerned. Whatever it is that Surron tells you, well, yeah, it doesn't have anything to do with the controller, I can tell you that much. More than likely, they are tweaking some settings from one bike to the next, and that's about it. By the way, they do have access to the programming port, and aka firmware. So that's right here, and yeah, I pulled this one up. So you can see this little window right here. That's what's underneath that little rubber cover, and that gives you direct access to that connector right there. And so you plug in some kind of a programming cable to it. I don't know what the Surron software looks like, but yeah, and then you change settings, tweak stuff, load firmware, etc., through that right there. And then you can update this new Botan CPU with whatever firmware there is. So if you do have an older Surron and you know, the controller's doing what you want it to do, but maybe there's some like a little bit of glitchy stuff, all I can say is, why replace it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it's doing what you need it to do, then yeah, definitely don't buy another controller. Instead, get it reflashed with the latest firmware. That's probably going to fix whatever your problem is. Because otherwise, there is nothing different in any way with any of that stuff. It's literally all the same. Well, I hope that helps some folks out, and you were benefited by my hours of teardown time. I was really hoping that I would find something different when I was depotting all these things, because this stuff it's hard. I can heat it up and make it soft and kind of pliable, but yeah, it's about it. Yeah, I was really hoping to find something new and different in the 2020 or the 2022 over the 2018 controller, but that just didn't happen. Everything is literally the same thing. Anyway, take care, folks.